So who am I and what do I do? Well, like I said, I am an environmentalist. I'm a farmer's son from the most beautiful county in all of this green and pleasant land, Herefordshire. And no, not Hertfordshire. We are a very separate and very differently geographically located county on the border with Wales, and we are about as rural gets. I come from a family of farmers and, well, as every farmer now has to be, other businesses. But instead of deciding to work the land, I wanted to go out and protect it. And my naive, idealistic self went off to university with all these great ideas of how we could save the environment and save the planet. And this is what we need to do. We'll punish anyone who breaks environmental law. We'll pass all these laws and we'll do the good fight. We will succeed where everyone else has failed because we know what's right, and clearly we know what's right. It's obvious. And after 16 years of first studying environmentalism, then carrying out academic level research in environmentalism, which is how I got my doctorate, and then for the last 6 years working in the private sector of environmentalism, I mean, if I could only speak to my younger self, just to see how truly sheltered my beliefs were, that everything can just be fixed by telling people what to do. It beggars belief. It's one of the things that turned me from a very left-leaning, heavy environmental into thoroughly centre-right, was working in environmentalism. Whereas all the laws and legislation that I'd thought were the keys to saving the world, actually working on the ground, seeing them implemented and seeing the vast quantities of time and effort and money wasted jumping through bureaucratic loops just to tick a box, which the reality didn't even make sense. I did one summer working on HS2, and I have never ever seen such frankly criminal wastage of public funds, when if you'd just taken a far more pragmatic approach, you could have done such good that would have been so much quicker and so much more efficient and so much cheaper. But oh no, the regulations said things had to be done in an exact way, a way that was not easy, a way that was not pragmatic or productive or frankly even worked. That's because people without, well, not without an idea, but people without the experience of how things work on the ground were making the laws and then not working with the people on the ground to see how those laws and regulations actually came into effect. Or even worse, had vested interests in increasing those laws and regulations because they were the ones getting paid to do them. I mean, I've been said by many to be the turkey that votes for Christmas because I'm an ecologist. I'm a freelance ecologist now. And I believe wholeheartedly in deregulation and, at the very least, massive simplification of environmental legislation. It would mean a hell of a lot less work for me and people like me, but it's one of the things that drove me to become politically active, was sitting, standing, or a lot of the time just milling around doing nothing when we could be doing the work that was there directly in front of us because some form hadn't been ticked or some specialist wasn't at some point in the area, and so on the vaguest chance that we found some weird thing, we can't proceed because we haven't got a specialist here. We're supposed to be protecting the environment in a way that helps everyone, and the only people we were helping were other ecologists like me to send in a big bill. We were just putting more and more hurdles in front of people and just absolutely taking their feet out from underneath them from all they were trying to do was succeed or build or drive some development and growth in this country, which we so desperately need. I thought I was going to become a consultant after I came out of academia, and it's like, great, I can help the environment and help society, help it be productive, help it grow. And all I saw was we weren't helping anything grow, and the amount of wastage and inefficiency within environmentalism meant that we really weren't helping the environment. So what do I do now? Well, I'm a part-time ecologist now. Just over a year I've been a full-time dad. I'm also a farm manager, slowly taking over the running of our very small family farm in North Herefordshire over from my father. I'm also an independent author. I'm a novelist, although I've published one book and I was about 5 chapters off finishing the first draft of my second when my son was born, and that was nearly 2 years ago, and I'm still about 5 chapters off finishing the first draft of my second novel. But what can I say? Fatherhood shifts your priorities. And now I guess I'm a political activist and apparently a podcaster. I've never been one to stand back and do nothing when I saw that there was a problem that could be solved. It's why I got into environmentalism. And when I realised that the biggest hurdle to environmentalism being remotely productive was legislation and policy, I decided to get involved in legislation and policy. And it was a big step, deciding that I was going to do that through the Conservative Party, which after 14 years of their government, and frankly them doing a god-awful job, particularly towards the end, you'd think that why would I ever join them? I didn't join the Conservatives because I thought they were doing a good job. I joined them because I shared what should be their core foundational beliefs of self-reliance, small government, deregulation, beliefs that they themselves had wildly strayed from. And so I thought I'd join, and in a time of, frankly, political chaos within the party, there was an opportunity for me to push for not even this revolutionary thought. These are the core principles of the Conservative Party. It should be the bread and butter. It should be the foundation upon which the party is built. But it's not. It's different. So long in power made those who are supposed to hold these principles true and enshrine them in law forget about them. Trying to constantly please everyone meant that they were able to please no one. And it's what led to their downfall.